Good, everybody. This is Kevin Hogan coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, psychic powers, your psychic powers, and how your psychic powers can be utilized to help them out, get them what they need to do, and make their world a little bit better place. Psychic powers can be very persuasive. Now, number one, write this down. I know you're skeptical. I know you're skeptical. You're like, well, there's no such thing as psychic powers. You can't read people's minds and make spirits come from the old, the graveyard, or do any of that kind of stuff. It's all mumbo jumbo. It's not scientific. I know. Right now you're skeptical, and you should be. Imagine that I'm selling advertising. I used to do this years ago. And let's just say that my client is over here, and I say, okay, so you can get the full page ad for $1,000 or $5,000 or $20,000 or whatever the price is. And the guy is hemming and hawing. He's like, and right there you pull it right out of his brain. Look, I know you're skeptical. And you should be, because why? Because we're all online. And right now, we wonder if there's ever going to be a sale made off of print advertising ever again. But here's the facts. Online advertising pays very little as far as bottom line profits when compared to print profits. Most online store sales do nothing online by comparison to what they do offline. And retail's dying. Interesting concept, huh? So anyway, when I'm talking to my client over here, my potential client, I say, look, don't think that this is intuitive, because it's not. Intuitive would tell you, go straight to the website, put all of your time and money in that, invest it in there, and you ought to be thinking that, because there will be a day when that comes. It's not 5 years from now, it's not 3 years, it's not this year, but in 2025, yeah, I can see that. Second one, you're talking with a client or a person, and you know that their hesitation is somewhere around money, or everybody has a concern about money. Just stop right there. The person who's worth $1 million is worried about making sure that they actually keep their money and somebody doesn't come and steal it. The person who's worth $5 million wants to make sure that nobody comes and steals their money. They're going to make sure they have umbrella policies and stuff like that for insurance, liability policies, all kinds of stuff to make sure that if they do something really dumb, that they get sued and the insurance company's in front of them, they don't have to worry about it, right? The person who is broke, well, they have concerns about income too, where their income's coming from. So, everybody from the person who's broke to the person who is worth $5 million or $10 million, you can literally say, I know that you have concerns about where you're going to earn your money. Or, I know you have concerns about how you will earn your money. Or, I know you have concerns about exactly how you're going to be making money next year by comparison to this year. You know, how much and what will you be doing, and will it be the same thing? Are you going to get a new job? Will you get a promotion? I know you're thinking about it. And the thing is everybody's thinking about one of these things all the time. Why? How do I know this is true? How do you know this is true? You should be skeptical. You know it because money is the tool that gets us the things that feed us, that bring us together with other people, that allow us to have all of the things that are necessary for survival. That means money is a survival tool. Without money, you are put into some really scary behaviors. Theft, all kinds of bad, nasty stuff, right? So, you have concerns about how you will earn money, and I know that. And I want to show you how this actually could help you out. Nice, okay? That's number two. Third one, you can see the person is distracted, and everything seems to be going fine with their business, or it seems to things seem to be going fine with their job. They seem to be comfortable with everything that's going on at the office, and so it's pretty fair to say this. I think I sense that you have a challenge with a private and personal relationship. Is that correct? Because I'm not going to ask you about it. I just want to make sure that I understand. And the person nods their head. And how do you know that? So here's person A, here's person B, boy, girl, and they're in the same space. When people share space, the closer that they are in that living space, the more likely they are going to have challenges with the person that they live with. They don't have to be husband and wife. They don't have to be father and son. They don't have to be any particular dyad of any kind. All they have to be is two human beings living in the same space, or two people who are somewhat reliant upon each other for the results that they experience in life. That means you're going to have problems with this person because you have expectations and thoughts and needs that this person is supposed to fulfill, and they have the same thing for you over here. So the person that you live with is the person that you get into an argument with. As I've shared with people over the years, no one gets mad at the neighbor guy 2 doors down. Next door, sure, we'll get upset with that person. But 2 doors down, nobody gets mad at the guy 2 doors down, wherever the next 2 doors down is, right? So you should have been skeptical, you were, and now we know that I suspect that there is a challenge or a problem with an intimate or very close personal relationship, and that it's bugging you today. I'm not going to ask you about it, I just need to know. Is that right? The person is going to know that you're a psychic. They're going to know that you understand them to the core of their heart. This is just how we are as human nature. This has nothing to do with real psychic power, right? You can ask me, I bet you're having a challenge with an important, intimate, personal relationship. And if I say, no, everything's great, somewhere in here, there's not truth being told. Everybody has a challenge with their intimate, personal relationship with the person they're closest to, especially proximically. You and I, if we're standing in here, the same place, if we're sitting here for more than 6 hours together or 7 hours together, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, 6 decades, this is the person you're going to have the biggest challenge with. This person becomes a psycho nut later on. All of a sudden, the person's able to then separate those things out. They can then say, oh, the personal relationship. People do compartmentalize. They do have the capability of compartmentalizing. And sometimes if you can get them to take the problem and put it right there, and then you can come here and then communicate what you need from this person and what you want to give them and help them or serve them in some way, this is how you can do it, utilizing psychic power. There's one thing we all know for sure, and that is that the person that we're talking to, no matter what the context, it's your son, it's your daughter, it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your cousin, your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. One thing is for sure, you have suffered a lot of pain in life. Yeah? You have suffered a lot of pain in life. And a lot of it you did not deserve. True? Okay, now stop. Just stop for a second. There's no way that you could know that unless you realize that human experience is that. So the idea, the psychic power, the hypnotic language pattern here is you have suffered a lot of pain in life, if you wish, if this is appropriate. And a lot of it you probably did not deserve or earn. True? That shows a connection now that you're going to have, because this very much goes back to the identity research that we talked about last year, right? And this is a person understanding you at such a deep and profound level that they're now hooked to you. When you get their pain, when you understand someone at the gut level and at the level of fear and anxiety and pain and frustration at that level, that person becomes bonded to you. And it's powerful. It's really strong. So this sort of hypnotic language pattern, this sort of psychic power here, is just simple life experience that nobody's really aware of. Why? Because nobody ever talks to anybody about their pain. Nobody ever talks to anybody about their important relationship. Nobody ever talks about their fears about earning money. And nobody talks about whether they're skeptical of something or not. It's a beautiful hypnotic language pattern. I don't think I've ever shared this with maybe anybody. I know, I can sense that you want to change, but you hesitate. I want you to feel comfortable to tell me what the hesitation is. Because I know that you want to change, you want to shift directions here. But I see that, I can just see it. And it's very hard to do that. You're hesitating. You know it's the right thing to do. It's like cognitively, or like it's the logical thing, it's the smart thing, it's the rational thing. But there's some emotional piece, something inside of you is saying, no, no, no. And it's causing you to hesitate. Tell me, what is it? It's fine. Anything is actually okay. I will understand. And that's a powerful and potent way to cause someone to actually put out the challenge of what's causing them to hesitate. People do want to change. They really do. So you know that people want to change. They don't want to be this person anymore. They want to be this person, but a better this person in a better place, with a better income, with a better person, with somebody who they can love and care about, right? That's really what we want, to have change in our life. But something's holding you back. You hesitate. And hesitation is the perfect word here. Hesitate is the word. Hesitate. Hesitate has no negative connotations attached to it. So if I would have said, you want to change, but you refuse to. Wow, that's powerful, isn't it? That's not a hypnotic language pattern. That's a pattern that just beats the heck out of somebody as you hit them over the head with a hammer. It's horrible. What really happens as you utilize communication skills like this is you actually start to care more. Your empathy level goes up. And because you understand that people are in pain, because they're worried about money, because they have problems in relationships just like you do, and that we all share these common human experiences, it makes us better people. Cool? Okay, guys, I will see you here next time.